Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Fields. I'm here to talk to you all about my journey to become an industrial engineer and some tips along the way if you're interested in getting into the STEM field one day. So like I said, my name is Maggie Fields. I work for Collins Aerospace as an industrial engineer in the prime rotation program. I'm currently located in Troy, Ohio, and I have my degree in industrial and manufacturing systems engineer from the University of Missouri. So a little bit about Collins. Collins is a large company spanning across the globe. Collins is a daughter company of Raytheon Technologies. It is a leader in technologically advanced intelligent solutions that help redefine the aerospace and defense industry. So we have over 68,000 employees across the globe, with over 15,000 of those engineering workforce. 36% of the company makes product for the military, while 64% of the company generates commercial aviation products. Collins Aerospace has a broad portfolio of products and services, meaning that we offer solutions for aircrafts from tip to tail and regarding to commercial products. This diagram shows the wide variety of our offerings for commercial aircraft. We make products spanning from landing gear to the autopilot system, crew seats and displays in the cockpit, and we even make engine controls and sensors. So a little bit about my path with Collins. I actually started while I was in college. I took a semester off of school to work as an industrial engineer in co-op for the Flight Systems Integrated Product Team. After my co-op, I loved the work environment and the fast-paced atmosphere that comes with manufacturing, so I joined the team full-time out of college and moved to Cedar Rapids. As an industrial engineer in manufacturing, I get to help with the physical creation of the products. The products we were producing were things like autopilot and auto landing systems, so I gained a lot of knowledge in the processes that were involved in circuit card assembly, such as things like soldering, as you see in that photo there. So the goal of an industrial engineer is to eliminate waste to create the most efficient processes while still generating a quality product. My job was to focus on reducing waste. So when I say waste, I mean things like cycle time it takes to build the products, and defects from the build process that cause us to go back and rework the product. So after working on circuit card assemblies for about 2 years, I decided I wanted to learn about other products that Collins makes. I joined the Professional Industrial Manufacturing Engineering Rotation Program in June of 2021. This program lasts 2 years, where I get to work at 3 different manufacturing facilities across the United States. For the first 8 months, I have been working in Troy, Ohio on wheels and brakes that go into various aircrafts. I'm still working as an industrial engineer, so I'm continuing on focusing on eliminating waste. I've done a few projects focusing on cost savings for non-product material, as well as reducing the amount of inventory we have on hand. My next rotation will start in February in Kansas City, Kansas, at a site that focuses on interior product repairs like refrigerators and ovens that go into the galley on planes. There we will get to work on projects that focus on plant layout. So basically, I'll be looking at where all the different process stations are located and find the most efficient way to lay out the facility. It's kind of like a big game of Tetris, trying to get all of the areas to fit with the least amount of waste in the floor space. This will help eliminate waste of time and resources between processes as well. So I want to give a couple of my favorite aspects of being an industrial engineer in the manufacturing world. So first is the people interaction. The best part about being an industrial engineer for me is working with others on projects. So working with the person doing the process to understand the limitations and struggles they have on a daily basis, and working to find solutions to make their tasks easier and more efficient and effective. Also, manufacturing relies a lot on teamwork. So not only do I love working with people from all different backgrounds and all different degrees, pulling in knowledge from every which way, I also get to work with a core team on focusing on the similar goal of hitting our output for the day, week, month. I love being part of a team and working together to make improvements. So another thing I love about being an industrial engineer is I'm always learning. Every day a new issue comes up and I have to learn about the science behind the problem, whether that was understanding the physics that goes into soldering a circuit board, or the chemical process that a wheel undergoes before we cut the forging down to the shape and size we need it. As an industrial engineer, we aren't the expert at one thing, but we do gain a lot of knowledge on many different concepts. We dabble in a bit of everything that is involved in the processes that our products undergo. The last aspect I want to talk about that I love about my job is the fast-paced environment that manufacturing brings. Not only do we have monthly output goals, we also have weekly, daily, and even hourly goals. Working in manufacturing really helps build skills like setting priorities and time management. You can have 4 to 5 projects all at once with hard deadlines and still have to find a way to get them all done. One challenge I face a lot in my role is that there's many tasks to be done. There's always more to be done. Like I said, we have output goals to meet. So once one problem is solved, there are 5 more waiting to be addressed. Like I said, time management is key here. This can really be overwhelming at times, but I found it good to celebrate the small wins before moving to the next task. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be as small as just checking a box off your to-do list, but really just acknowledging that you're closed out a task really helps you feel accomplished. And you can look back at the end of the day and say, hey, I accomplished X, Y, and Z for the day, even though it might not feel like you did much. The next challenge I face is the hours that goes into manufacturing. So depending on the facility, some sites can run up to 3 to 5 shifts. That means people are working different times of the day. So you can get a call from second shift at 8 p.m. saying they have a major issue that has the production line stopped. Sometimes the issue can wait until the next day, and sometimes they need to be addressed right away. So this comes with the job, but really focusing on work-life balance is necessary to really continue to enjoy what you're doing. Whatever industry you go into, finding hobbies outside of work will help you enjoy other aspects of life and not lead to burnout. The last challenge I face is constantly introducing change into people's routines. I know I don't love when my routine changes, and it's hard to adopt those changes sometimes, but I have found it beneficial to create a team environment when working on a process change. Working with the person who the change will affect will not only ease the change for them, but also yield a better change that will be more sustainable in the future. So a little bit on how to prepare. First of all, just take the time to really learn and lay a good foundation from your math and science classes now. I used the knowledge I gained in high school all 4 years of my college classes, and it made understanding the concepts a lot easier. Learning your study tactics as early as high school, if not even in middle school, really can help lay that foundation for college, because you will have to study and you will have to put in the effort. So not only laying good foundations, but getting involved in STEM clubs. I know a lot of high schools and maybe even middle schools offer 3D printing clubs or coding classes, things of that nature. So if that's an offered to any of you, please just take advantage of that if it's something that interests you. I was not that lucky. I didn't really have anything like that available to me. So I think really what helped me most was being involved in team-focused activities. I played sports growing up, and I learned a lot about teamwork and also learned about how to use other strengths to make the team that much better. But really, any kind of team environment, whether that's in theater, music, sports, or any other activities, there are so many different areas you can find yourself working with others. As for the future, to get into manufacturing, having an industrial, mechanical, aerospace, or electrical engineering degree is a good start. I've also found that seeking out internships and co-ops really helped open the door to many different opportunities and gave me a good head start in my career. And then the last piece of advice I would like to share with you guys is really that you can do it. Don't let anyone say otherwise. I know many people who are engineers that have had someone tell them they will never get an engineering degree because they aren't good enough at math or science, or they take a little bit longer to learn concepts. If you really want to be an engineer, you just have to work hard and push yourself. You are very capable of becoming an engineer. So with that being said, it's been a great journey so far, and I can't recommend industrial engineering enough if engineering is a field you're interested in and passionate about. So Feel free to reach out with me with any questions or concerns or comments at the email below. Thank you.